Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and stay tuned by clicking the bell icon. 9 huge Coronation Street spoilers for next week. Next week on Coronation Street, lives hang in the balance as Stephen threatens to claim another victim. It's the serial killer's final week on the street, but can the community help the police to catch him? Or will he make a dramatic getaway and start a new life abroad? Here's a full collection of 9 big moments coming up. 1. Carla defies police orders. Carla is determined to see justice served after discovering that Stephen spiked her drinks with LSD earlier in the year. The police remind Carla that she has no proof, so there isn't much they can do. Later, Carla spots that Stephen has bought a one-way plane ticket to Thailand. She tries to warn D.S. Swain that Stephen is a flight risk, but Swain urges her to tell nobody as they're already investigating the villain for other crimes and don't want to jeopardize their chances. Despite this, Carla can't resist warning off Jenny from going on the trip, pointing out that she could be leaving the country with a murderer. 2. Tim finds Teddy's body. Tim hopes to prepare a special meal for Sally on their wedding anniversary, but he gets distracted when Brian mentions that Stephen has taken an interest in the local canal dredging project. It's not the first time that Stephen has seemed unusually curious about the canal, so Tim heads off there to investigate. While looking in the water, Tim is appalled as a corpse's hand floats to the surface. 3. Stephen prepares to strike again. Tim calls 999 to report his findings, but Stephen then pops up in the back of his cab and tries to strangle him with a tie. Tim makes a dramatic bid for freedom, but Stephen catches up with him and hits him over the head. An unconscious Tim is left at Stephen's mercy after being overpowered by the villain. Before long, Tim is fighting for his life in the boot of his car, which Stephen is dousing in petrol. 4. Stephen deceives Jenny. Stephen later returns home and tries to trick Jenny into thinking that everything is fine. Needing to cover his tracks, Stephen quickly heads for the bathroom to wash away all traces of blood and fuel. He then calls the airline, confirming that he wants a flight for the following day. 5. Teddy's body is found. The police respond to Tim's frantic call by investigating down at the canal. A specialist team finds the roof box hidden within the water, containing Teddy's body. 6. Michael is tricked by Stephen. Stephen tries to fund his getaway plans by tricking Michael into helping him steal from the underworld account. He convinces Michael that Carla has given permission for him to transfer the full balance into a separate account. Carla is horrified when she receives a phone notification about the transfer, but it may already be too late to get the funds back. 7. Audrey discovers the truth. As news of Stephen's crimes starts to spread, Sarah decides that her family needs to know about him defrauding Audrey and drugging Carla. Peter attacks Stephen in a violent revenge plan, but is interrupted when Audrey arrives on the scene and sends him packing. Stephen is relieved, but only until Audrey confronts him for stealing her house. 8. Sally receives shocking news. Sally assumes that Tim has snubbed their anniversary when he fails to come home. She thinks that he accepted VIP football tickets from Kevin, but the mechanic dismisses this when they catch up the following morning. Sally questions Tim's disappearance, but all becomes clear when she learns that Stephen is suspected of murdering Leo, Teddy, and Rufus, everybody who stood in his way over the past year. As Sally realizes that Tim was also a major problem for Stephen, she fears that he could be dead. 9. A race against time begins. D.S. Swain flies into action when she learns that Stephen has brought his flight forward by a day. She rushes to Manchester Airport to intercept him. Gossip spreads around Weatherfield that a murderer has been living within the community, so several of the residents also join the race to find him. Will this put them in danger, and can Stephen make his ultimate getaway? If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share.